Now, if you've been trying to figure out how to find products to sell on Amazon, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you the easiest way for you to get started and find the most profitable products to sell on Amazon. But you need to get this part right, because in order to be profitable on Amazon, it all starts with product research. And I'm going to show you a few tricks that I've learned and I've used over the last few years that has helped me sell very, very profitable products to sell. And I've sold products anywhere from electronics like timers, wooden products, glass products. And I'll tell you this, if you see it on Amazon selling, then that means you could sell it too, okay? So I'm gonna go a little bit further into it. But if you wanna dive deeper into product research, you can go ahead and grab my free product research guide down in the video description, where I will walk through the process a little bit more in depth, just so you have something tangible to use on the side. Also, my name is Mark, and this is a brand new channel. If you could do me a huge favor, hit the like button and subscribe. And if just one person subscribes to my channel from this video, I will continue to post about how to help you make more money on Amazon every week. Let's dive in. Now, to show you how to do this, I'm going to be using Helium 10 and a couple of product research tools that they have in there. If you take a look at the top left of my screen, after I click tools, there are a ton of tools in here. If you're brand new, this is completely overwhelming, and I do not blame you. Take this tip. Do not focus on all of these. You probably need 15 to 20% of these tools to be incredibly successful. So in specific, we're going to be under the product research section with Black Box. And I'm going to click that. And also, if you don't have Helium 10 or you don't know how to use it, I'll leave a discount code down below. You can do a trial or like a free starter account. I recommend just starting with that. If you're going to do anything like to take action, just start with that and nothing else. So under the Black Box, here we can see that there are a couple different ways to find products. Specifically, there's a products tool, a keywords tool. You can search by top search terms. You can search by competitors. These are all different ways that you could find more products. Now, if you think about it, keywords are going to be keywords that people are already typing in on Amazon, meaning you are going to search for products under search terms that people are already wanting. That is a good thing. So I like to find products through the keyword tab more than the products tab. But because with the products tab, it's a little bit more random. You're really just kind of looking at the title or like the name of a product. But in more particular, you can actually find products that are in demand by consumers already. That's like the smartest way to go about it. You can see what people are already searching for. So we're going to click the keywords tab. And then we're going to see a few more of these filters for us to fill out. I personally like to remove the advanced filters and just start with up here. So we can search by search volume, monthly revenue, price point, review count, and review rating. We are basically looking for keywords that fit inside of this criteria. Keywords that are searched for at least 1,000 times a month, anywhere upward towards maybe 15,000 times. Maybe monthly revenue of, I would say at the lowest, we want to do like 3, maybe 5,000 upward towards 20,000. And then anywhere from a price point of 10 to, let's say, $50. And then review count, we want to focus on keywords that don't go past an average of 400. Okay. Why? Because the higher the average review count, the more competition it is, the more difficulty you're going to encounter by getting up to the top of the product page for the search term. Hope that makes sense. And last thing I will say before I click search is with search volume. If you just put keywords that are searched for 1,000, like 100,000 times a month, you're going to be running into products that are typically owned by big brands, meaning like home appliances, stuff like that. And so just keep that in mind. You want to keep this in a respective area that's niche but in high demand. So I'm going to click search and then move my face. Now under here are all of the phrases or search terms that fit these criteria, these filters. Now when you look at these, let me give you another tip. There's something called long tail keywords and short tail keywords. Long tail keywords are basically keyword phrases anywhere over 2 words per phrase. So like the craft legacy here on the left side, that is a long tail keyword. Why does that matter? The more longer it is, the more specific the product is. and the more you can really fit the demand with the right product. Just something to keep in mind. If it's only one word like book or shoe or hat, it's kind of like very, very broad, not very specific. You want to go more for specific. And when we look at these products, you want to keep in mind the search volume, the price point, the revenue, and the review count. You want to keep these kinds of things in mind, because that will help you know if it's a good product for you to sell or not. Okay, so neutral balloon arch kit. Neutral, I don't know if they mean gender neutral, who knows. Maybe we'll click on that and look later. Polaroid picture frame, magnesium citrate liquid, rice bran oil organic, Minions costume, fleece sleeping bag liner, custom polo shirts for men, lock pick kit. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I would personally not do like a Minions costume or something like that. I would do a product that is a little bit more generic or like perfect for private label. So something like a lock pick kit. So I'm going to click view on Amazon. We'll look at that here in a second. And I want you to find two others. So that's one. Let's see. Coffee filter storage. I'm not a fan of any of those. Go to the next page. And while you're doing this whole time, you're also thinking, would this be a good product to sell on Amazon? Is this something that I maybe know a little bit about? Here's something interesting, metal fidget toy. I was just playing with one of those yesterday. So let's actually open that up, and we're going to get an idea as far as what this product is and if it's something that we can potentially sell. So whenever you come on to a product with Helium 10 open with the extension at the top right, what you're going to do is, if you want to get more product information, more than you can actually see here, because we can get an idea as far as what people are buying when they're searching for metal fidget toy, but we can get a lot more clarity by clicking the top right button, X-ray, and this is going to show all of the numbers for these products for metal fidget toy. So whenever someone searches metal fidget toy on Amazon, this is the product information that's showing. Now on your screen, most likely there's a ton of other columns. What I recommend doing is clicking the top right, customize, and clicking all of them, and then unclicking, clicking the price, the ASIN, the parent level revenue, ASIN revenue, BS actual fees, reviews, and creation date. Awesome. These are the most important pieces of information to look at before deciding to sell or not. And what we want to look at in particular is, one, the search volume. Is there consistent demand? So I like to go from the last, or all time, even the last year, and we can see that it's hovering over 1,000, but definitely over 2,000 in the last year. So that's consistent demand. Next, we want to look at the products that are in the top 10 spots on Amazon, because that will really help us see, is there consistent revenue? If I sell this product, could I get it to the top of page one? And so we can see on the revenue that it is pretty consistent. There's some people that are doing 3,000, 15,000, 18,000. And what I really like to look for are products that are doing really well with revenue, but they have a low review count. Why? Because that will see that, okay, they're doing, let's see, $3,600 in sales right here, and they only have 22 reviews. Okay, that means that you could definitely get in there and start selling that exact same product and be cash flow positive, because if they can do it, so can you, right? And so I personally like to find one product that's doing really, really well and clicking this box and finding other keywords that are also doing really well for this product, because this product is landing on multiple pages for different keywords, not just metal fidget toy. So what you can do is click that box and run Cerebro. If you're unsure what Cerebro is, I'm going to leave a video linked above as far as how to use it correctly, what it's used for, everything like that. That's a separate tutorial. So that's really how you can actually start to know if a product would be good to sell or not. Last example is, let's go to the lock pick kit. Okay, so I'm here, I'm looking at the product, getting an idea. Are essentially like the exact same. They all look the exact same. They are different. And so another way to look at this is, okay, they're all kind of selling the same kind of stuff. Is there anything I can add in? Just like maybe one or two things I can add in to make it better, to make it a little bit different, to catch someone's eye as far as making them want to buy it. I would have to say that first and foremost, this person that has like the actual booklet that you can put these pieces or tools in is a lot more attractive than something that you don't have that. But also let's look at the numbers. So I'm going to click the extension on the top right and open up X-ray, and let's see if some of these products are doing better than others. Because if we see right here, this brass store set for $29.99, it doesn't have any reviews and it's at the top. That means that they are definitely doing well. If you don't have any reviews and you're doing really well, and you're at the top of page 1, that means you're doing incredibly well. So I could see up here, this is pretty insane. Some of these are doing crazy numbers, right? But here at the top, we could see that a lot of these are pretty new. They're a new product. They just launched, or they're not really selling that much. And to be honest, it's actually a little worrisome, the fact that all of these have zero revenue, but one of them does have a ton. And so personally, I would probably skip out on that. Now, last piece of advice I would say is look at products in a way of thinking, would I want to actually sell this? Would I be interested in selling this product or not? That's how you should go about it, okay? Now, like I said, if you do have any more questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll answer them, and also join my Facebook group that I'll leave the link down below. And hopefully this helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one.